Hi there, I'm Jessica Carroll. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the Program Director of Positive Images.
And my name is Maxwell Anderson. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm Positive Images Outreach Coordinator. In a normal month, we give several trainings detailing essential information about the queer and trans community to businesses, nonprofits, and schools countywide.
But as you all know, we're currently social distancing in order to protect our community and flatten the curve.
So instead, we made this short video detailing a few different ways you can support those in the queer community. If you aren't an LGBTQIA+ person yourself, it's really important that you use your voice to support people who are. Let's talk about a few ways you might do that.
Coming out is a big decision and can be really scary. One of the most important things you can do when someone shares their identity with you is to listen. If someone tells you that they are queer or trans, be attentive. Maybe ask some questions. Invite them to share more with you. You could try saying, "Thank you so much for sharing that with me, but what does that mean to you?" Do your own research on what different labels and identities might mean. But in the end, you don't have to be an expert to be a good ally. You just need to show love and compassion.
It's also really important to remember that if someone comes out to you, that doesn't mean they've come out to everyone. It's great if you're excited for your friend and want to tell other people, but unless they explicitly told you that's okay, you should keep that information to yourself.
We want to keep everyone safe, and unfortunately, being outed can put many people at risk for danger from bullies at school or unaccepting families. If someone comes out to you, it might be a good idea to talk with them about their boundaries. Safety is always the priority.
Next, we want to talk about language. We've said the word queer a few times in this video already, and you might have asked yourself, I thought that was a bad word. If you did, you're not totally wrong. The word queer has been used against people in our community for generations, and while it still can be hurtful, many of us in the community have reclaimed it with pride. So as long as you aren't using it in a derogatory way, it's okay to say. Of course, other slurs like should not be used. It might not seem like a big deal to you, but language has a huge impact on those around us. There's no excuse. It's time we cut these harmful phrases out of our vocabulary.
Speaking of language, let's talk about pronouns. Pronouns are how we refer to people when we aren't using their name. Most folks use she, her, or he, him. There are a lot of people who don't feel comfortable with those options.
For example, I use they, them pronouns. I'm non-binary. I don't identify as male or female, so I don't like how gendered she, her, and he, him feel for me. Not every non-binary person uses they, them, but it's what makes me most comfortable.
So if someone asked me, "Where did Max go?" I would say, "I think they went to the bathroom." If someone wanted to know whose jacket this is, I would say, "It's theirs."
It means so much to me to have people in my life like Jess who use my pronouns and make me feel validated and supported. Adjusting to pronouns we're not used to, whether it's learning how to use they, them, or switching from calling someone he to calling them she, can take a lot of practice. And that's okay. What's important is that you keep trying, and when you make a mistake, you apologize. No one is perfect, but you making an effort means the world.
This is just the tip of the iceberg, but we hope it taught you something. If your organization, business, or school would like more information on the full-length trainings that we provide, please email info@posimages.org.
If you're a member of the queer and trans community or questioning, find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter to find more information on how to get involved. We're not letting COVID-19 stop us. We're having Zoom meetings almost every day.
We're all having a really hard time right now. And for those of us in the LGBTQIA+ community, being stuck at home with a family that doesn't support who we are can be incredibly challenging. You have the power to make a difference and be there for someone who doesn't get the validation they deserve. Just remember, you don't have to be an expert, you just need to love.